And the next lesson shall make you aware that the sticks should only very barely touch the drums, if at all, if you need to be playing really fast. Check it out. Welcome to this next part of the free lesson cycle. Today it's going to be about knowledge about how to play really, really fast. And I came up with this when I was forced by law to sing in choir at the conservatory during my classical percussion studies. And on a side note, I'm really happy that this was before the time that everybody has a cell phone with a camera, so I'm pretty sure there will be no footage existent on the web ever. In choir, you get taught how to sing, not really, but briefly. But what they do is when you do vocal training, if you have to sing really high, you have to think low. Does this make sense yet? No, I didn't think so. And the opposite is if you have to sing really low, you have to think really high, which has something to do with kind of mentally preparing your throat in the opposite direction, because it has a tendency to clog up, especially when you want to go high. The throat clogs up, and if you think low, like mentally you think low, however you manage to do that, it prevents your throat from clogging and thus gives you more headroom, more height and more precision and more stamina, really. And the same, to me, applies to really fast single or double stroke roll, whichever way you want to go. So all the exercises for single stroke, double stroke and whatnot will be on the membership site, obviously. But today it's just a drip of knowledge, or a drip of, it's actually a perspective, I would rather say. So if I want to play really fast, firstly, I think slow, which makes sense, especially with the double stroke roll. That's one of today's lesson. With the double stroke roll, I do 2 per hand, like so. And now if you watched this part here closely, and if you didn't, you have a button there you can jump back. This was actually moving in half time. So the arm comes down, the hand does 2 motions, and the arm comes back up. So this is what I think. I think half time. I don't think every accent I'm actually playing. That's one to grasp onto, and that'll help you to, if you do it slower, to maintain a real even roll. And if you want to do it faster, there's another thing you have to grasp onto. That is, I'm never playing, obviously I do sometimes, that's why we have this lesson. So I always try to not play into the head. I play out of the head. So I'm thinking up, I never think down. Which means in slow, it kind of feels weird. If I do it at the tempo I just presented to you, it feels weird to be so high up in the air and spend so much time up here with the sticks, with the tip of the sticks. But the faster you get, the more it will naturally be that way. So it's kind of anticipating what's going to happen if you speed that roll up. I'm sticking with the double stroke roll here, but it obviously applies to any sort of thing if you want to be fast with the feet and whatnot. And without any exercise on the menu right now for you, this is just think about it and try to roll around the drum kit with a click track, time yourself and see if you do better just thinking up. I present it to you again for now. Watch this in half time and watch how fast the tip of the stick actually comes out of the drum. see how in the end it looked funny again because I was doing the quick upward motion without being fast anymore. So it's a lot of, you know, being up here, not moving. But it's actually preparation for the speed. And for the tempo, I obviously just did like a mill, a double stroke mill, like accelerating and coming back down. I didn't do it with a metronome like I suggested you do it. Do it slower and then do it 2 beats faster every day and see how fast you can go. Or try something, try a song that you might play already and you have a fill-in that's kind of in doubles and it's kind of hard to do. Try thinking these two things, half time with the arms and up with the sticks, and see for yourself how you do on that one. My tempo, the tempo that I chose as a top speed right now actually is another big part of the lesson website, because as soon as something cramps or gets tense, like I felt my shoulders get tense right there because I'm actually not warmed up right now, which is a bad thing, but it's another big topic. So I felt myself tensing up, so that's then the tempo that I'm not going to go above, because I don't want to hurt myself, and actually I want to have this in practice session. I'm practicing with headroom, so I really want to be very fast, blistering fast, without anything tensing up, and I have to work through that. That's, yeah, a big thing about motion, about relaxing the body, having it elastic and ready to play anything at any time that you should want, and have the body prepared. So that's why I chose that highest tempo. And if I watch the footage right now that you are watching right now in a cutting room, I might take it out the top speed because I might not like what my shoulders did. Either way, I hope this was a good insight for you, and it's on to the next one. The next lesson will be another groove, old school groove recorded in the 80s, but it already has a very modern ring to it, and it tells you a lot about ghosting the notes, about ghost notes. Enjoy.